Que pasa, cabrón? If you're struggling with attracting women and just being an attractive guy in general, then it's because you have been acting like a beta cuck. These are the kind of guys that will say things like, oh, looks maxing and self-improvement is so shallow, and oh, it's okay that I can eat the junk food because I'm counting my macros. If it fits your macros, it's okay that I eat this junk food that's killing my hormones. They're gonna be skipping their responsibilities like going to the gym or working on their business outside of their job because they're so tired from work and all that, so they can't even be bothered to put in the effort to do that. So they go and play Call of Duty with their friends. Because of this, they're ungroomed, their fingernails are long, and they're just sitting there and jacking off every single night, playing video games with their friends until 2 o'clock in the morning. It's no wonder why they believe that all women are gold diggers and only want guys that have money. If you're watching a video like this, then you are on the right path to becoming a Chad for sure. These are the kind of guys that understand that self-improvement and looks maxing are not only necessary, but essential for their life. It's going to make them a better father, husband, friend, coworker, relative. These are the kind of guys that are driven for success. They're absolutely relentless in the gym and on their business. Just because they had a long 9-to-5 day doesn't mean that they're not going to work on their business afterwards. And you best believe they wake up at like 5:30 in the morning to hit the gym before they go into work. Because of this, it's no wonder that they have thousands, you know what, not even thousands, every single woman in the world wanting them. But they remain loyal to their high value wives that they got to choose because they turned themselves into a top 1% man. I remember there was a time where I was fresh out of high school. I was like 18, maybe about to be turned 19 or whatever. And I was just absolutely obsessed with a game called Call of Duty Mobile. Now, I didn't really play a lot of games. And back in high school, I kind of got rid of my PlayStation and all that. But once this game came out, it was like Call of Duty was my favorite game. And now I was just had the access to it on my phone. So I was absolutely obsessed. Me and my friends would play it every single night. And sometimes we'd even play it throughout, like during class and stuff like that. So I really wasn't focusing on anything. At the time, I wasn't really into self-improvement. The only thing I was really doing for myself was I was kind of going to the gym and kind of trying to take it seriously. But at the same time, I was eating like shit. And then I was also trying to upgrade my style, but of course I was also dressing like shit as well. I remember, like, especially on this particular day, like basically I had this routine where I would, before I'd go to my friend's house or whatever, I'd like literally be an absolute goblin. I'd jack off, you know, get my nut in, and then I'd head out to their house, and then I'd be staying with them the night, and we'd all be doing this thing. And then whenever we'd get on Call of Duty, I would absolutely rage if we lost. I would start screaming. And it got so bad, like this happened on multiple occasions. It got so bad that their family started complaining to them about it and like didn't really want to have me over because they knew I was just going to start like screaming and stuff. And my friends would do it too, but like I took it above and beyond, and like it was just became really annoying, and I became a nuisance to everybody, and nobody really wanted to hang out with me after that. It just became, I kind of became this ugly personality and like was blaming the world for it. And it was really sad. But that's when I realized I needed to make a change. So I started relentlessly searching all over the internet on how to become a more attractive person and how to become a high value man. This isn't going to be like other videos where I just tell you, oh, it's because of your eyelid shape, blah, blah, blah. You have to do this, this, and this, blah, 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 or else you're cooked. Because then I would be lying to you, and I would be trying to keep you insecure just to sell you some stuff like all these other influencers, when I could actually just tell you a few things that I did that actually helped and actually got me the goals that I wanted. So I've broken this down into 6 realistic steps for you. They're going to be mental health, the gym, style, body language, pre-selection, and ambition. So let's start with mental health. I talk about this in a lot of videos because it's one of the most overrated things, especially when it comes to looks maxing and self-improvement. A lot of people just want to focus on the wrong things and like, oh, your eyelid shape is not right, blah, blah, blah. But your self-image is going to dictate the world's image of you. It's the same thing. Like, whatever you believe about yourself, the world is going to reflect back at you. This is why you'll see people that are like ugly or just average looking just be with like a 10 out of 10 girl or something like that, or just be like the most interesting guy in a friend group or social circle, because even though they're not like the most attractive or anything, they have that kind of confidence to them. They have that aura to them. You know, they're more sure of themselves instead of like believing that they're nothing, like being insecure for their faults and everything like that. They're more confident in everything. So if you've ever seen a couple where like you're like, wow, that's like a hot girl, but the guy is absolutely atrocious looking, it's because of that. It's literally because he is sure of himself and he doesn't overthink about all his insecurities like a lot of people on self-improvement do. I'm sure you do. I know I used to. But you just need to get your mental health right, and you need to realize that even though you're not where you want to be yet, that you're getting there. Like, as long as you're on self-improvement, as long as you're improving yourself, you're going to get to where you want to be. So you need to like have that kind of aura about you. Throw some fucking balls and just be like, yes, I am that guy. I am the man, because I'm turning myself into the man. You know, some real, like, self-improvement is pretty broad. Like, if I were to tell you just go do self-improvement to fix your mental health, that's pretty broad. But some of the specific things that I think really improved my mental health were like going outside and going for like frequent walks throughout the day, especially like 10-minute walks after a meal, because that's also good for your physique. Bonus tip. But doing things like that, touching some grass and being outside in nature, getting vitamin D in. Meditation is actually a weird one that I thought, like, I used to think it was so weird, and I was like, I'm never gonna try that, never. But then I actually started doing it, and it just really increased my presence in the moment and just made me a happier person overall. Like, I was able to clear my head and stop overthinking so much. So definitely start meditating and reading books. Reading books is like a lost love of mine. Like, I used to read books all the time in school, but then I stopped and just never picked up a book again up until I started self-improvement. And that just, like, not only was I getting smarter and like learning more new things, but I was also just improving my mental health, improving my attention span, things like that. And it just made me an overall happier person. So try some of those things out for your mental health and just focus on improving it. And the next thing is going to be the gym. This is pretty obvious. Everybody loves a good physique. So it's like, goes without question that you need to build one yourself. Without the gym, like, I don't know where I'd be in life. The gym is one of my favorite things to do. Like, basically now, like, you hear a lot of people complain about like, oh, I have to go to the gym and stuff. Now, like, I'm the one complaining, like, oh, I have to take a rest day and stuff like that. That's the point that I've gotten to. I absolutely love the gym. Everybody loves a good physique, so especially women, even girls that say that, oh, I like dad bods or whatever, they definitely don't. Not as much as they like a good ass physique. And this does not say that you have to be like the biggest person in the world. Like, you don't have to be, Ronnie Coleman or anything. You just have to be aesthetic. Like, if you ever seen Fight Club, Tyler Durden's physique and that, Brad Pitt's physique and that's all, like, that's really easy to get to, especially within like a year, maybe even less than that, because you just have to be aesthetic. Really, what you want, that like V-taper kind of look. It's like, that's what's going to be an aesthetic physique that girls are going to like absolutely lust over, and guys are going to be asking you what's your routine on. It's kind of like the hourglass shape for women. Like, when a woman's figure is like this, guys automatically are attracted to that. And it's the same thing for guys. Like, if a guy has a V-taper shape where it's like from his shoulders to his waist goes like this, girls are automatically going to be attracted to that, and guys are automatically going to respect that. On top of that, just living a healthier lifestyle overall and being in the gym and being active is just going to improve your quality of life just in general. Like, you're just going to feel better, look better, and just perform better in all realms of life. Now let's talk about style. This is honestly a lost art nowadays, because nowadays people just go out to, like, they act like they're just going to the gas station. They just put on some slides, put on some basketball shorts and a hoodie and call it a day. And it's like, they just look very unattractive and not really put together as a whole. This is so important because it's literally one of the fastest ways that you can improve. Like, you can literally go get a new outfit today, just go to the store and buy it, or you can get a haircut like today, because haircut is like part of your style as well. Like, you see mine, like, it's a couple days old, but it's still, the fade still looks fresh. If you've ever heard like the memes or the jokes about like guys just feeling way more confident after they get a haircut and stuff, or girls just like liking guys after they get a haircut, it's because the guy just subconsciously feels more confident because he looks more well groomed and he looks more put together. As soon as you get a haircut, like, you're way more fresh, or as soon as you get a new outfit, you feel more confident in it because you like how you look, you enjoy how you look. Like, this is why when you're wearing a suit, you're gonna feel a lot better than when you're wearing, like, again, like some basketball shorts and an old gym t-shirt or whatever. And like I said, when you feel more confident, you're just going to exude more confidence, and that's just gonna be more attractive to everybody around you because they can sense that. So you definitely need to upgrade your style if you're not already, and get more frequent haircuts. I'd say at least at the very least once every month. Maybe you can do every 2 weeks if your budget allows it. They can get kind of expensive, especially if you want to keep the fade crisp, but you need to be doing that and dressing nicer no matter where you're going. Another thing that's going to reflect to the world what your self-image actually is going to be your body language. So like I said, no matter how good you look, like if you're in that $1 million suit and you're looking like $100 million, like you're looking good that day. If you walk in and you're all like slouched over, like not being able to make eye contact with anybody, just like slouched over like that when you're sitting down and stuff, you're just gonna look absolutely terrible. Versus if you're relaxed, like chilling back in your chair, legs wide, spreading your legs so you can, showing that you got some big balls, then you're just gonna look way more attractive to everybody, because it's kind of like if you look like the alpha male, if you look like a Chad and you're dressed well, your physique's looking nice, like you can see the muscles through whatever you're wearing and stuff, and you walk into a room, people are immediately going to take notice. But looks only get your foot into the door, so people are going to have to test you and see, like, are you really that Chad guy? Are you really that alpha male? And this is going to be proven through like your body language. If you go in that room and you sit down and you're like all sheltered up and like not making eye contact with anybody, then clearly you're not. Clearly it's just like a front, like your look is just a front. Versus if you were like confident, you were leaning up against everything, like handle the bar, whatever, spread out, you clearly feel very comfortable in your environment and you don't feel out of place at all. And you feel like that's how you really take up a room. Like, have you ever seen the guys that walk into a room and it just seems like all the attention's on them and they haven't even said anything, like everybody can't stop looking at them, blah, blah, blah. It's because of things like body language. And again, this is something that you can change and you can work on. It's gonna feel awkward at first because it's gonna come off like more disingenuous because you're used to being like a more sheltered guy. But if you can just like keep practicing and just go with the motto, like fake it till you make it, then you're just gonna, eventually it's gonna become natural for you and you are gonna have that body language. Next up is going to be pre-selection. Again, this is gonna be another one of the ways that is like literally one of the fastest ways that you can improve your attractiveness. Basically what pre-selection is usually like in terms of like women, it's showing that you already have attractive women around you, that want to be with you, showing that to other women, and that's gonna make them more attracted to you. You know, if you've ever heard the expression that opposites attract, well, that's false. Opposites do not attract, because if you show that you're a high value man, you're just going to attract more high value people. This works with your social circle as well. Like if you're showing that you have high value friends, you're going to attract other high value like men and women to be friends with that are going to like improve your life and improve whatever it is that you're working on, whatever goals you may have. And this is especially true when dating. If you are able to show that like you have other like interests from other girls, it's gonna make the woman that you actually want 10 times more attracted to you than otherwise. Like again, let's take the ugly guy for example. The ugly guy, like if he's showing you confidence, whatever, if he is able to get like an attractive girl, like if he's a 4 and he gets a 7, it's gonna make it way easier to get other 7s, and then he can like get an 8 and stuff like that, so on and so forth. Like it just makes it that much easier, because it's just a weird psychological thing that when we see other people with somebody that we perceive to be high value, or like in terms of women, like if a girl sees you with another girl that she finds very pretty, very beautiful, then you just automatically think highly of that person that they're with. So a high value social circle or high value woman is going to show that you are a high value man. So you need to be able to show like a little bit of pre-selection. Like maybe you're hanging out with some attractive women, you can post that on your Instagram or something like that. Or maybe you have some girls commenting on your post, something like that. Even if you're not pursuing these women or anything like that, and you have one girl in mind, it's still going to show to that girl like, oh, he can get like I can be replaced by other attractive women if I don't like lock this man down, and she's just going to want you that much more. So find a way to go ahead and do that. That's going to make you 10 times more attractive. And last but certainly not least is going to be your ambition. No matter where you are in life, if you're able to show that you see a future for yourself and you see highly of yourself, it's going to be one of the most attractive things that you can do, because you show that you're not only, even if you're in a bad position, not only are you going to get out of it, but you're going to get like to a phenomenal spot in life, up way past like the average person. You know what I mean? You need to be determined and focus on your purpose and your mission. If you don't know what that is, then you need to go ahead and sit down and like define that for yourself. Like, what are you put on this earth for? Because your purpose is going to change over time, but if you're like constantly working at it and showing that like you're going to reach the heights that life has to offer, the upper echelon of what life has to offer, then everybody's going to be attracted to that, because everybody aspires to have that kind of ambition. Everybody wishes that they could believe in themselves that much, that they can dream that high. This is why you don't see many people becoming like an NBA player or a musician for a living, is because we see that and go, oh, it's only like the genetically, like only certain people are able to do that. We don't believe in ourselves. So everybody goes to and tries to get a 9-to-5. This is why 9-to-5s are so hard to get, because you know, 1 million people are applying for that 9-to-5 versus like 5 people are actually sticking with it and training, become like the best musician or the best NBA player, best UFC fighter, whatever. So really figure out what your purpose and what your mission is, and define some of your goals. Like As you can see, we got the March goals up here. You know, I'm pushing myself, like, obviously you got to keep it realistic for the short-term goals, but like you want to keep it realistically unrealistic, and just like whatever the top of the, like what you think you can do, like just raise it a little bit and just try to do as much as you can and really push yourself to like heights that you didn't think were possible. Make those your goals. Again, this is just going to show that you have leadership qualities, that you're going to be able to not only take yourself to the, again, the upper echelons of what life has to offer, but you're going to be able to take the people that you care about with you, like your family, your kids, your spouse, everything. You're going to be able to, like, your friends and everything, you're going to be able to like lead them to a better life as well. You're going to be able to make them better people by pushing yourself and them past their limits. It's just going to show you that you're just a high value man, top 1%. This may be a lot of information to throw at you at once, but just don't worry about it. It's going to take time to build all these things up, but just start working on it today. Just doing like a little bit today is better than doing nothing at all. If you don't know where to start, then you can check the link in the description where I have my looks maxing course. I cover how to do all of this and have some bonus tips for you as well in there, like some of the stuff that I will probably never talk about on YouTube at all, just in there in the course as well. So if you want to read about it, no pressure, but you can with the link in the description below. That being said, remember, be better than you were yesterday.